Alright y'all, welcome back to Knight's Journey of Dreams. No ellipses. We're gonna get started with Will's first world, all the way over yonder. Yeah, fun fact, Will's levels, they take up the left side of the Dream Gate, while Helen's, I almost said Helena, Helen's takes up the right side of the Dream Gate. Yes, so whoever you're playing as, the opposite side's doors will be destroyed. Because, that'll be explained later. I kind of mentioned that in the first game, but whatever. Anyway, cutscene incoming. Notice that it says first mission. Something else different, but more on that later.
Wow, this is NiGHTopia. Hey Will, over here!
Allow me to introduce the NiGHTopians. They are the residents of this world. They are kind, gentle folk who love to sing and play. What's the matter?
I've been looking for you, Knights. Where's your persona? Took it off again, did you?
Riala, did you come all the way here just to nag me?
I go out of my way, and this is how you treat me. Seize the traitor!
Hey! Let me go! Knights!
Stay back, lad. You're no match for that one.
Listen to the old bird, boy. Now go, you three. Go and lock up the prisoner. I will return shortly.
Those were nightmares from the dark realm of nightmare. They aim to take Ideya from visitors so they can destroy NiGHTopia. But wait.
Huh?
You have the red Ideya. I believe you may be able to neutralize that cage. If you can get into the cell and then duelize with knights, the both of you will be able to escape.
Really?
Ah, yes, of course. The effect will not last long, however. You'll need to get the keys back from the guards before being dragged back to the cell.
Wow, the voice acting. It's something. Anyway, so, we need to save knights. How do we save knights? By turning into knights and getting the key. Law, what? No, there is a reason why this is a thing. What happens is, when knights dualizes with a visitor, I guess in a sense he kind of, it gains basically the visitor's traits. In this case, Knights gains the red Ideya in order to break out of the cage. Temporarily, that is. If y'all recall from the first game, dualization lasts for a limited amount of time. And once that time runs out, you revert back to the child and Knights is locked up again. So, and it's the same with this. That cage apparently has some kind of... Okay, that cage apparently has some type of hold on Knights. So in order to break that hold, we need the key in order to unlock the cage, which we have now. Okay. So basically, if I were to run out of time, as you can see at the top of the screen, then Knights would go back into the cage, and then Will would be on his own. He would have to walk on foot. Now, if you're walking on foot, I've actually never run out of time on this game, not gonna lie, because they give you plenty of time to roam around, which I greatly appreciate. I'm guessing it'll be kind of hard because, unlike the first game, these areas are very wide. I mean, just look at them. There's just so much to explore, really. So I honestly can't imagine trying to go on this on foot. Like I said, I've never reverted back to the child in this game. I always do in the first one because of that stupid canyon. But yeah, I can't tell you if it's bad or I guess I could say it's not terrible because we will play as the child solo for an entire level on several occasions because the game does something else different. It has various little missions, but more on that later. Yeah. Okay, got the key. And also because these levels are a bit longer, instead of typical 4 mares, there's only 3. So this is the last mare before the inevitable boss. So the basic level structure is kept the same. But this is a lot of fun. Okay. My controller kind of walked down on me in the first place again. Anyway, this is a lot of fun. I'm saying this because screw it. I'll just save it for when we actually start it. Anyway, 3D section, well, behind the back, really. Yeah, it's 3. I guess it's 3, sort of. A nod to the first game, really. Yeah, there's a lot of references to the first game in this game. And I kind of understand them doing that because the first game came out how long ago now? Gotcha. So I can understand them doing that. Okay. There are various power-ups as well, like that one stop time basically. There's another that fills up your gauge all the way, and I think there's one more. I don't know, I don't really pay attention to them too much because they don't do much for me. Like, I mean, as you saw that time stop thing, it didn't last too long. Yeah. But they're a thing. Just be drill dashing a lot more. I'm still trying to get used to the controls because it's slightly different. And just with the first game, there is a ranking system in this as well. I got a B and 2 A's. I should get an A overall. Okay. You can also do tricks by waggling the Wii remote. I haven't actually been doing that. I don't really do tricks too often in this game, so you won't see me do it too frequently. The bosses also reference the original bosses in the first game, like this. We'll see its name shortly. I honestly can't remember the boss's names in either of the games except for Puffy, which this boss is basically a reference to. Yeah, Donbalon. You basically push him to the end of, well, I gotta remember. They're its. Basically push it to the end of the course, and it'll die. Yeah, if I give the characters genders, I can't help it because they give them voices, which is, I really don't like the fact that they, ow, jerk, because they're all supposed to be genderless, but their voices kind of contradict that, especially with Nice. Nice is either an extremely flamboyant boy or just a flat out girl. And Nice is supposed to be genderless. Same with Riala. Oh, explosion. I mean, even the producer of this game stated that Nice is supposed to be genderless. Or at the very least, since it's a dream world, Nice is supposed to be whoever you want Nice to be for your dream. Like, it can be a boy or a girl. But they don't really go into that too much. So, it's whatever. Anyway, overall, A. By the way, you need a C on every level if you want to get the true ending. And the way to get the true ending is somewhat of a pain, not gonna lie.
Oh, splendid job, visitor. Defeating that giant nightmare was no small feat. Whoo!
No, that was just Knight's power.
Even so, you mustn't rest on your laurels just yet. All visitors originally have a total of 5 different Ideya. Fortunately, you've managed to hold on to your Ideya of courage. The remaining 4 are the Ideya of purity, intelligence, growth, and hope. They are White, blue, green, and yellow, respectively. Until you retrieve all of the Idia, Nightopia cannot become whole. Idia are the very source of Nightopia. The fact that Nightopia currently exists at all means that the other Idia must be someplace in this world, very likely hidden. Listen closely, visitor. These Idia are of your very heart. Retrieve the remaining 4 Idia, and your heart will win out over the nightmare.
Gee, no pressure or anything.
You needn't worry, visitor. Knights will be with you. And I shall do what I can to keep an eye on you, and help you out to the best of my ability.
Alrighty then, that was mission 1. That's right, with each level there is a total of 5 missions. The first mission is basically Nights into Dreams. You go through the level, go through 3 courses, fight a boss, and that's it. The next missions, they vary, but each level has this kind of mission that's coming up. By the way, level's called Pure Valley. So yeah, they do share this mission, and that's really the only mission that's shared between all levels, with the exception of the final level, that is. Anyway, cutscene that'll pretty much explain the mission.
Octopaw has squirreled himself away in that jar.
Octopaw?
Octopaw is an unusual creature. When he flies, he expels a series of rings.
Hey! He ran off.
Come on, Will. Shall we have some fun? Let's follow him. Let's see how many of those rings we can fly through.
Alrighty. Basically, this is, I think it's known as the Octopaw mission. For each Octopaw mission, your goal is to get at least a certain amount of links. And you have a total of 5 attempts. For this mission, you need at least 30 links. You can get way more than 30 links, trust me. And it'll stop and move on to your next attempt once the link is broken. Getting the blue chips also counts towards your links, so don't worry, you don't have to go just through the rings. These missions, some of the best, if not the best really. Well, no, there's one I really do enjoy. It's completely different, but it works. But that's not till much later, like towards the end of the game. Success, whatever. This mission is probably the easiest of them all. Well, I guess it depends on the person. I personally find these to be the easiest. Maybe I'll find these kind of meh, but they're pretty fun. Okay. Now I think you need to get success on at least one of them, of your attempts, in order to get higher than I think the lowest rank is an E, yeah. You can fail some, but you can still get an A. Well, at least if you can fail one, I know that for a fact. But if you fail more than one, your chances of getting A are kind of diminished. By the way, I'm not going for all A's. If I get an overall A ranking in a first level mission, cool. If I don't, oh well. You need at least all C. The minimum you should go for is C's, because if you have a D, the final level won't appear. Will appear, but the true ending won't. I actually think the final level is altered slightly. Well, no, we have to go through that version of the level anyway because the game is weird. More on that later. Anyway, we're gonna be here a while. Just saying. I like to see how many links I can get. I think this is my. Dang it! Never mind. I was gonna say I think this is my highest, but the game said no, we ain't having it. Okay.
Here.
There we go. Dang it! I'm trying to... I didn't mean to break the link. Oh well. I guess it's best that I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Oh, that's right. It's based on the total number of links you have overall. And 254 is enough for an A. Good stuff. New ranking. Record, excuse me. I think I got higher on my original file. Can't remember off the top of my head. But O's to L's. Now I'm trying to think. What is the final... No, not the final mission. I know what the final mission is, but... I'm trying to remember the third mission. Oh yeah. This is the door. I ain't touching that. No. The thing with that is a door to store your NiGHTS and nightmares. Yes, you can actually capture nightmares by paralooping them. Same with NiGHTS. It's basically just to show off what you collected. You can share with others via Nintendo Wi-Fi or Nintendo Network as it's called now. But I don't care.
Hey, Will, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Knights, look.
Huh? What is it?
The NiGHTS sure look happy, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Near my house, there's a park where all these dandelions grow. My dad used to take me there to play all the time.
Your dad?
Yeah, my dad, you know. Don't you have a father, Knights?
Oh, a father. I suppose you could call him that.
Yeah, well, what kind of guy is he? What's going on?
Look over there!
Oh no! The NiGHTS are getting sucked in!
Will, we have to save them. We can use my paraloop to get them someplace safe.
Got it!
Use paraloops to save the NiGHTS from being sucked into the dark clouds. I want y'all to notice the wind that was playing in the cutscene. Yeah, that vortex was there, believe it or not. Anyway, it's like, really, did they not notice that? But yeah, basically it's an endurance. You know, you can miss up to 5. By missing up to 5, I mean you can let 5 die. That sounds kind of bad, but it's true. But it's nothing too hard. This mission's not too bad either. I can't. Okay, where are they? There they are. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, and it's actually pretty linear with how far they go up with to the darkness, the door to darkness. Kingdom Hearts. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, like see, it looked like it should have gotten sucked in, but the game was like, "Nah, you good." So, will I do this perfectly? Probably not. Things happen. But hey, as long as I don't lose 5, I'm good. I think if you lose any, it does affect your ranking though, so I'm gonna do my best not to lose any. If the camera was panned out a little more, I think it would be better. But this mission's not too bad. Yeah, because this angle is kind of weird. It looks like I'm in front of them, but I'm not. You're free. Now get paralooped, which you guys hated in the first game. What? Oh, hold on. No. You're not getting paralooped. Oh, you are getting paralooped. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna do my best to save y'all. If I F up, it's like, really, I don't care about these little guys, to be honest. Perfect. Okay, and because I got a perfect, I should get an A. That is my logics. And my logics is correct. Okay. Yeah, nothing too bad. And oh, 20 minutes already. Then again, the cutscenes do take up quite a bit of time. They just talk and talk. And it's like, I don't really care what they have to say. But there is something worth mentioning. Will did say that the dandelions that they saw in Pure Valley actually reminded him of the dandelions he saw in the park where his dad took him to play. It wasn't really stated in the first game, but here basically these worlds take the shape of their dreams, because dream world makes sense, right? Right. Anyway, cutscene for the 4th mission. Go.
Wow, everyone sure looks like they're having a good time.
You think so? I don't think they look nearly as happy as you do.
Huh? It's just, the river made me think about my dad. He always used to take me there when I was little.
Good job, Will. That's my boy.
Huh? Wiseman. Wiseman? Whoa!
Will, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. What about the Nighttopians?
Come on, we've got to help them.
But the river, it's too fast.
Well, then we'll just have to use that to our advantage then, won't we?
Huh? What do you mean?
Abomination of a transformation, go! Alright, so this is a mission where we take the shape of a boat. Yeah. It's an okay mission. You basically had to save at least 30 Nighttopians and I think you have to get to the end. I think there's an end. If there's not, you just have to save 30 before the time runs out. You can miss some because there's actually more than 30. Thank you. That sounds kind of bad though, because some may die. Like those 3. You can actually hold back, which is what I should have been doing. And I didn't have enough speed to get those chips, so yeah, I'm honestly not that good at this mission. I don't really come back to play it. However, I should probably do good in order to, you know, get at least a C, because it's kind of required. Yeah. So in case you are wondering where Knight's boat transformation came from in Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform, this is a rough draft because it actually looks different in that game, and in my opinion looks better in that game. It just looks, I don't even know what to call this besides an abomination, because it just looks weird. Okay, there you go. Okay, how many have I saved? Oh my gosh. I'm on just a saying. Whatever. Yeah, that is true though. You can actually go faster by pushing forward on the analog stick, but here you just want to move left and right. Okay. Well, now I can hold forward. Music's pretty catchy. I don't know if I like this soundtrack better or the first one. They're both really good to me. But I don't know. Oh, yeah, you gotta get to the end. That one can be tricky your first time, but subsequent tries, you shouldn't have too much trouble. Dang it! Almost had an A. Oh well. Okay, enough of that flopping fish. That was mission 4. So one more mission, and we will be done with Pure Valley. A valley that is pure. Yeah, that was terrible. I felt like throwing that. Anyway. A B. That B kind of bothers me, but I don't feel like going back to redo that. I'm surprised I got a B, to be honest. I was really expecting a C. Anyway, the 5th mission is, well, we're going to be revisiting something we've already done. Just hard mode of that thing that we've done already.
Knights? I think something's coming.
I'll bet I know what it is. I think we're about to see what's behind all the trouble here. Let's go, Will.
Fooled you, I ain't dead yet. Yes, the 5th mission of every level is basically a hard mode of the boss you fought in mission 1. Hi, don't wave at me like that again. Okay, take Donbalon up to the top. Now, this is hard mode. Basically, the course is longer. There are new obstacles that we won't see till the very top. But other than that, this one can be time consuming, I'm not gonna lie. So, you just gotta be quick about it. Let me see. And you can actually hold on to him as long as you want. It. I'm gonna say it. Yeah. Let's see. Yep. Where did you? No. Get your stank ass back here. There we go. Hey. Oh. Yeah, if he's bouncing around fast enough, the velocity can pretty much hurt you. And by hurt, I mean lose time. Because NiGHTS doesn't have a health bar. Instead, it has a time bar. Yeah. Shoot, I'm caught between a wall. Okay, there we go. Okay, those can break because they're made out of the glass. There are some obstacles that can't break that we've already ran into. Like those golden cube thingamawhat's. Okay, this is a straight shot. And these things right here, they can't be broken. They're solid objects. Well, the glass was solid, but shut up. Okay, let me see if I can bounce you off skillfully. Wow, I actually did. Hey! Don't bounce away from me. Okay, this is the final stretch. These trains. Kind of annoying, because they're constantly moving, but if you're lucky enough, you can actually bounce them straight through with just one shot like that. Okay, so we're at the very top, and booyaka. Trick, because why not? And that's it for Pure Valley in its entirety. Not a bad run if I do say so myself. Wow, look at that meter. That's pretty much a guaranteed A. I think that might have been my best run. Awesome sauce. Alright, and with that we get the quote-unquote plot device.
This white light. It's the White Ideya. This is the purity that was missing from my heart.
I see. So Donbalon has fallen.
Please, Master, give me one more chance to reclaim my honor.
And how do you propose to do this, Rihanna?
Leave it to me, Master Wiseman. I have the perfect plan.
Very well, but do not fail me again.
Yes, my master.
Alright, so back to the Dream Gate, where we will be rewarded with something. Ooh, pretty treasure chest. Let's see what's inside. A persona mask. What is this persona mask? It's the Dolphin persona, which allows you to transform into Dolphin Knights at any time. And by any time, I mean when you go in the water, because you can't transform into Dolphin Knights while just in the air. Well, actually, I'll test that out next video. But yeah, in the next part, we will switch back to Helen and get started with her first world. So thank y'all for watching, and I will see you then. Take care.